Tonight, protesters taking their demonstration beyond the Portland State campus, marching through downtown Portland, smashing windows and spraying graffiti on buildings. This as multiple demonstrators continue to occupy the campus library. It is 10 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. Portland police and campus officials are monitoring the situation at the library. Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt also issuing a statement tonight. He is calling the destruction unacceptable and is vowing to prosecute the people responsible. We do have live team coverage tonight. In just a few minutes, we'll hear from Joyce O'Geary about how officials are reacting to the demonstration.
Elise Haas live at Portland State right now. She's been tracking developments as it starts to get dark. Elise, what is the latest?
Well, right now I can tell you that we just watched people verbally fighting in front of us as they were trying to, people that were dressed in black or trying to kick somebody who's dressed in plain clothing out of this area. So it's safe to say that tensions are high. Here right now in the South Park blocks outside of the library, people are still, of course, occupying the library, and there's probably, we're estimating, about a couple hundred people who are currently outside of the library milling about. Every now and again you'll hear some chants, but most of the people here tonight are dressed in all black. So earlier this evening, there was a group of pro-Palestinian protesters plus some people in all black who left the South Park blocks and were marching around through downtown Portland. And a PSU student told us that they saw people in black smashing the windows at the Portland State University campus safety office and spraying graffiti on the building. The crowd regrouped outside the library soon after, and tensions were high. Witnesses say some people started fighting, and a woman says when she took her phone out to film, someone knocked her phone to the ground and things escalated. She and her boyfriend got assaulted. I saw at least a dozen people take them to the ground.
They knocked me and my boyfriend to the ground and started kicking us and hitting us, and we were kind of getting back up, and some people came and repelled them, and then they attacked those people. Everybody kind of scuffled for a while, and we were standing back up and walking out of it, and they attacked us again and took my bag.
We did not come down here to vandalize or instigate, nothing like that, totally nonviolent, but when we didn't follow the directives, then violence found us.
And so it is a very different crowd than it was last night. Many people, I can see more middle-aged people, non-students here, people in all black. Some people also seem paranoid, agitated, carrying around a bear mace and makeshift shields. We've also seen some people who are coming in vans and dropping off more wood and other things so that way people can continue to build up the barricades here at the encampment. So Jeff and Elizabeth, it is a very much ramping up, and tensions are feeling very high right now.
All right, Elise, your third evening covering the situation. Thanks. We are also getting reaction tonight from state leaders and the Portland Police Bureau. This is after negotiations between the protesters and university failed earlier today.
Joyce O'Geary continues our team coverage tonight. Joyce, what is the latest at your location?
Right now, you can see there's hundreds of people behind me right now. They're surrounding the library and on school grounds. Portland Police and Portland State University tell me that they made several attempts to come to an agreement with occupiers, but all has failed.
Why is it that somebody can hide behind the First Amendment and hold somebody else's First Amendment hostage?
University President Ann Cudd earlier today offered an agreement to end the demonstration inside of Branford Price Millier Library, but protesters declined. Despite failed negotiations, Cudd says the campus will reopen tomorrow when the library remaining closed. Vandalism, including graffiti, broken glass, and smashed computers, can be seen throughout the library. Protesters have even blocked off exits, creating a major safety issue. Portland Police Chief Bob Day saying this today: "We will pursue all efforts at de-escalation, but make no mistake, PPB will take appropriate action to do our part to hold individuals and groups accountable for their criminal conduct." Governor Tina Kotek also addressing the protests in a press conference, saying she's keeping a close eye on what's happening.
We are watching it. We will make sure things don't get out of hand. We honor the exchange of ideas and free expression, but we do it in a way that people can feel safe and supported.
Some Oregon House Republican leaders are saying something should have been done sooner to stop the occupation of the library.
I don't understand why we allow disorder to happen and chaos to happen on our streets continually when we need the rule of law for people to feel safe, and that's what they want. The PSU's president needs to decide what they want. Then the leadership of the Portland Police Bureau needs to work with the district attorney's office to even see if the district attorney is actually going to even prosecute any of these crimes.
The Multnomah County DA's office tells us he will hold those accountable whose actions move from peaceful protest to criminal behavior. And Portland State University President Ann Cudd says anyone still in the library is committing criminal trespass and must leave immediately. Live at Portland State University, Joyce O'Geary, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Joyce, thank you for the latest there.